So my name and job is Dr. Enitan Ogundipe, and I am what you call a newborn intensive care doctor, so a neonatologist. So I work at Chelsea and Westminster Hospital on the neonatal unit. Okay, so I'll give you a few analogies. The first thing is time. When a baby is born, time is very important, and you need a team that has trained ready for that, because we won't have a lot of time to get them ready. So the first thing is you have a team that is very experienced and very well trained, and that is the same thing as the not polars. They will be training for this for quite a long time before they actually go through this, and they have to work in a team. So that's the first analogy we see. That is before baby is born. The minute baby is born, time becomes the essence. So we will see that in this team, time is very important. They have 8 hours to walk, and they have to get everything sorted out long before the night is over. With babies, they have the golden minute and the golden hour for us to get it right. Make sure that we can sort out their breathing, and make sure we can sort out them being comfortable and getting them into the right intensive care. The first thing we need to get sorted out with the baby once they're born is actually, surprisingly, their temperature. And what we do is put them into a plastic food bag to keep them warm. Now this is the same thing as what they will have to do as getting into their special suits. So we will get them under some heaters, and we will get them into nice and warm. Then we start worrying about their breathing. And that is the second bit that is most important, because they're very immature, and the whole environment is very hostile to them, and it does affect the breathing. And that will be the same thing as the not polars. They will not be breathing in the same sort of environment they're used to. A baby has just come out of water, it has to learn to breathe in air. They will be learning to breathe in snow. So that's the main thing. Because of their immaturity, we will try to put that together for them. And usually that means putting a tube into their lungs and breathing for them, as you will see in the pictures behind us. And then the next thing is they cannot feed. So a lot of their organs depend on them getting oxygen, and you will know that the not polars need extra oxygen in certain areas, so we will be giving them oxygen, and that will go through their tube. But we have to monitor the oxygen to make sure it's not too much, and because too much of it can cause blindness. Blindness is one of the problems that the not polars can actually get. So another complication is their organs are immature, and they may need to have special lights to reduce the breakdown of their blood products, which is natural. And that means that they need goggles to protect their eyes from the special lights that we have to use. Again, the not polars are going to need special goggles to protect them from snow blindness. So next thing is food. Now food is very important. The not polars are going to be consuming nearly double their normal calories and taking in 6,000 calories. The babies are going to need 120 calories, and that sounds like nothing. But for the not polars, they are getting about 50 calories per 75 calories per kilo of their body weight. The baby is getting double that at 100 calories or 120 calories per body weight. So they actually consume more, even though it's nothing. And we have to prepare that in special bags to give them fats and proteins, which will feed their brain, and the same thing will happen with the not polars. So the other thing is, when you're giving a baby intensive care, you have to make sure that all the things you're doing are not excessive or too little. So too little oxygen can cause brain damage, too much can cause brain damage. So one of the things we have to do is monitor it very closely, and you notice that the not polars have a lot of monitoring equipment so that they can keep an eye on what is happening to them. One of the major complications that babies have is that they bleed into their brain. We have to protect their brain, and the brain is what is going to make them be able to achieve their potential later on. Unfortunately, that is one of the biggest challenges we have, and the complications of the brain actually start showing themselves later on. So like the not polars, a lot of the complications that can occur when they are on the expedition can actually affect their lives for the rest of their lives, such as frostbite, which babies can lose limbs because of their complications from all this intensive care. Babies may have severe brain damage and have what we call cerebral palsy, autism, and this affects them all the rest of their lives, their education, their walking, their learning. We have to make sure babies are not born too soon.